Hey, we're at INTERGEO 2025. I'm here with Dom from Looq AI. Hi, good to see you.
Thanks so much for having us, Jeffrey, here today. Yeah, it's been a great day at the show. A lot of great new products seen on the market, software, hardware, and excited to be catching up with you as well.
Cool. So what do we have here?
So we at Looq AI are building 3D cameras. What you see here is our QCam system. It's a 4-camera array, front, left, right, top, survey-grade GNSS. And like at Mosaic, we believe in the power of computer vision to be able to capture the world and digitize it effectively.
Great. And so what are you up to here? What are you seeing that's new and interesting?
So on the show floor, we're seeing hundreds of different LiDAR products on the market. And all of them are combining what I think is a traditional laser sensor capturing the environment. But I'm particularly excited about the power of computer vision and using cameras to understand our world. And that's why I really appreciate companies that are focusing on the power of what is effectively the most capable sensor to be able to understand everything in the world that we're capturing automatically and quickly.
Great. So in terms of LiDAR versus cameras, I see that there's no LiDAR in here at all. Here we've got a fairly modest LiDAR, but powerful cameras. So where do you stand in this, how sensors are used for the result?
So to me, it's all about resolution. And resolution is the speed at which we can be sampling our space. A LiDAR, you're going to be capturing 50, 100, 200,000 points per second. With a camera, we're talking 200 million pixels per second. And that makes it so that you have orders of magnitude more data to be able to work off of it, especially if you have the software to be able to extract the geometry from it. So I'm a big believer that cameras are fundamentally going to always take the lead in understanding our world and being able to extract geometry from it. And that's why I put my bets on cameras overtaking the LiDAR capabilities at all times.
Okay. This device is handheld, so in what scenarios is this used in, for what kind of environments?
So our handheld system is very versatile, it's very quick to deploy. We're seeing these used by surveyors all around the world, civil engineering firms, mapping bridges, roads, power lines at a minute's notice. It does not need to be held vertically. You can put it upside down a manhole, inside culverts, inside buildings, right? It's a very versatile and easy to use system. And that's why customers love it.
Great, okay. So in terms of different ways that images can be processed, you can make a mesh, you can make a point cloud, you make a Gaussian splat. What do you see your customers doing, and how do you see this changing as time goes on?
So as part of Looq's capabilities, we have built out a whole software environment, a full software platform that is cloud-based. So you go out and capture your image data, bring back to your office, upload it to the cloud, and then the next morning when you wake up, you have all that data automatically processed. And part of those deliverables include the full two panoramic images, the 360 images, as well as the orthomosaic top-down projection of those images into a ground surface, and finally the point cloud. And that point cloud is analogous to a LiDAR data set. So you have the full density of the points, cleanliness, segmentation with the ASPRS standard, and that makes it a very unique way of pretty much being a drop-in replacement to what your LiDAR or terrestrial laser scanners can do today.
Mm-hmm. Okay. In terms of things like, I don't know, power line inspection and things like that, you can walk around with a clipboard, you can use a terrestrial laser scanner, you can use this. What are the pros and cons to each approach, and what's your selling point with that?
So a lot of the distribution line inspections around the world are done traditionally. You're going to be spending about 20 minutes per pole, and with Looq, you bring that down to 45 seconds. So when you're capturing data of 5 million poles around your country or your state, that is a very costly effort. And with Looq and that speed and price point, you're able to scale that a lot better. So what that means is that you're doing recapturing data every 6 months instead of every 2 years. What that means is that you have more insights to be able to take engineering decisions off of it. And that's what we care about, empowering the end users to take actionable and correct decisions based on the data they have. Mm-hmm. We also do work on the transmission space, the substation work on utilities. So it's a really versatile way of capturing survey grade, up-to-date utility engineering specific data sets to do problem solving.
Great. Okay. Well, it's a great product. We've been fans for a long time, and it's good to see you here. And hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Awesome. Really great seeing you, Jeffrey. And thanks for having us.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Jeffrey.
See ya.
So I'm here with one of our customers from Colombia. He owns a Mosaic 51 camera, and I just wanted to talk to him a little bit about his experience with the camera and what sort of projects they're working on in Colombia. So, Santiago, can you maybe introduce yourself?
Absolutely. So my name is Santiago Trujillo. We bought a Mosaic camera almost over a year ago. And I own a company called Fly North. We do drone surveying and mobile mapping for many kinds of industries. And we've used the Mosaic camera in cadastral mapping for the last year. We've mapped over 7,000 kilometers with it. And it's definitely a very good piece of engineering. It's a rugged camera that you can trust in any kind of weather, terrain. It's worked with us flawlessly without failing us not even once. And yeah, it definitely has a great resolution, a great price point, to be honest. And the best thing is that Mosaic's team is always there to support us. If we have any software issue or connection issue or any doubt, whatever, even they go beyond that, supporting us in solutions that we can provide with the Mosaic system. So if we have any kind of new solicitation from a client or challenge, they're up to helping us with that.
Is this your first experience working with a 360 camera?
So no, it's not our first experience. We have an Insta360 Pro 2 camera that we used before the Mosaic, but definitely the data speaks for itself. So not only the resolution, but the accuracy we're getting from the Mosaic 51, it's 3 times better than we are getting from the Insta360 Pro 2 camera. And it's definitely helped us gathering more surveying quality data than what the Insta360 Pro did.
And can you talk a little bit about like the onboarding in terms of like learning to use the device, like who's using it internally?
So it's really super easy to set up. Once you get to know the Mosaic, you can do it in under a day easily. And getting to know the camera system. Setting this up was pretty easy. We actually did design a new mounting system for the camera that someone back in Colombia helped us out with. But other than that, it was pretty easy to set up. The Mosaic is being used by 4 people in our company, and they switch around, and everyone gets familiar with it pretty easily. So it's what I can say is it's anyone can get to use the camera.
Are these 4 people? Are they engineers? Are they surveyors?
No.
Like what's their background?
No, some of them are even drone pilots. Some of them are just observers of the drone pilots, like the co-pilots, and some of them are just drivers, to be honest. So it's pretty easy to set up.
Okay. And then a little bit on the customer side. So like, you collect the data, and then what do you do with the data yourselves before you deliver it, or?
So mainly for the cadastral purposes, the data is being delivered to the government, and they're gonna analyze the data to try to correlate addresses and locations to the cadastral mappings that they're updating. So anything from urban planning for updating the use of the soil, the use of the land, and other customers that we're doing some business with are commercial agencies that are from the government, and they usually just charge the end client depending on the usage of signage stores or how many floors do they have on the building, if they built a new floor, if they change from residential to commercial use, those kind of stuff. And finally, utility, where we usually use it for pole measurements, identifications, inventory, that kind of stuff.
Okay, and you talked about measurements. So what sort of platforms or software are you using for that sort of application?
So we're using for measurements Azimuth, that it's from another of your clients.
Okay.
So for pole measurements, for example, we've been working with these guys.
Good.
And for portraying all the data, we're been using Mapillary, which is an open source platform online owned by Meta, and it's actually pretty good just to portray the imagery and let the clients see what they are being captured.
Okay, great, excellent. I don't know. Do you have any other thoughts or things you want to share?
Just sharing that, of course, we're looking to improve our systems with the Mosaic system and getting sooner than later the LiDAR system from you guys.
Yeah,
Okay?
excellent.
That's it.
Good. Hola, estamos acá en INTERGEO 2025. Estoy acá con un cliente de Mosaic que se llama Santiago, viene de Colombia. Tiene una de nuestras cámaras, la Mosaic 51, y quiero preguntarle cómo le va, qué está haciendo con la cámara. Entonces, ¿te puedo presentar un ratito?
Claro que sí.
Dale.
Mi nombre es Santiago Trujillo, tengo una compañía en Colombia que se llama Fly North. Nos dedicamos a hacer cartografía y mapas con drones y también con mobile mapping utilizando las cámaras de Mosaic 51. Actualmente contamos con una cámara Mosaic 51 y la estamos usando para unos proyectos de catastro multipropósito en Colombia.
Muy bien. Y puedes hablar un poquito de cómo es realmente utilizar la cámara un día tras día.
Realmente es muy fácil, pues primero empezar porque la cámara, el montaje y el uso de la cámara es muy fácil y es muy directo. Nuestro personal aprendió a usar la cámara en menos de un día desde que llegó a Colombia y realmente es una cámara muy robusta y muy resistente. No hemos tenido ningún accidente con ella, pero sí se ha comportado muy bien bajo vibraciones, cualquier tipo de clima, si a veces llueve no le pasa absolutamente nada al sistema. La verdad nos ha ido muy bien con él en ese aspecto.
Muy bien. ¿Y qué tipo de clientes tienen ahorita?
Bueno, entonces tenemos, digamos, dos tipos de clientes que son de diferente, uso. Uno es el cliente de gobierno, que pueden ser o la gobernación o alcaldías, en donde utilizamos la cámara más con fines de catastro o industria y comercio para encontrar letreros de establecimientos comerciales, y el otro es un poco más de utility o privados, en donde hacemos identificación, inventario de postes, medidas de los postes y cosas por el estilo.
Y me dijiste antes que ya habían usado el Insta2 Pro.
Sí, tuvimos una cámara que es de Insta360, que es la Pro 2. Ya habíamos hecho un trabajo de una ciudad con esta cámara y realmente la diferencia con la Mosaic 51 se nota, no solo en la resolución, sino en la precisión de la data que estamos entregando.
Dale, muy bien. Y, ¿qué más? De los datos que estás presentando a tus clientes, ¿en qué formas están presentando los datos? ¿En qué sistemas, plataformas?
Ok, entonces digamos que les estamos entregando por ahora los datos en datos crudos, obviamente, para que ellos tengan el control de su información, y lo estamos también publicando en una plataforma que se llama Mapillary, que es de código abierto y permite publicar la información de manera gratuita y hacer algunas identificaciones con inteligencia artificial bastante interesantes y potentes.
Muy bien. Y también me hablaste de otro Azimuth.
Azimuth, que es de otro cliente de Mosaic con el que tuvimos contacto para extraer las medidas de los postes y poder geolocalizar los postes de manera precisa.
¿Y con esta plataforma usas nada más la cámara o también lo integras con otros sensores?
Por ahora solamente con la cámara en este caso, no estamos todavía mezclando con LiDAR ni con ortofotos por el momento, pero sí lo podemos hacer en plataformas ya de desktop como lo son QGIS o Global Mapper o GIS Pro, entonces también podemos integrarlo con ese tipo de plataformas o sistemas.
Muy bien. ¿Y qué otros tipos de casos quieres utilizar la cámara o otros de nuestros sistemas en el futuro?
Pues uno de los casos más interesantes que tenemos en el momento es poder hacer medidas de los letreros comerciales de establecimientos comerciales, porque es una de las maneras de las ciudades de poder estar, digamos, al día con el tema de impuestos en industria y comercio. Entonces estamos buscando cómo identificar y poder medir estos letreros comerciales de manera automática.
Vale, muy bien, muy interesante.
Sí.
Bueno,
Gracias, Lynn.
Gracias por tu tiempo y un placer.
Lo mismo.
Sure.
Gracias.
Hi,
Hi.
Jeffrey Martin from Mosaic. I'm here with Derek.
Hi.
Would you like to introduce
Yeah, I'm
yourself?
Derek Lawrence from Twindl.
All right. So you're one of the people that I always look forward to talking to at
good.
these events because you always know everything that's going on. So I would just like to ask, have you seen anything interesting this year? Or,
What's going on? Yeah.
where's the industry moving? What technologies are taking off or slowing down?
Yeah, I think, well, certainly at the show, there's been things that have caught my eye. So I'm a bit obsessed with LiDAR, as you know, but I found a product yesterday that's all about radar. And I'm thinking radar, that's planes and stuff, right? So, but looking at mines, large areas of mine that would just get monitored by radar. And I'm thinking, what accuracy can you work with radar to? So radar down to 0.1 of a millimeter?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, so first thing I say with that is, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to know. I want to test it. Let us test it. But yeah.
And is this like a handheld device or a big device?
It's sort of like a bit. It looks like like a radar would on an airport, the big turning horizontal block. It looks like that.
Okay.
But yeah, you put it up. It's got a range of 5 kilometers. Stick it in the middle of your mine. Hit go. It revolves every hour, and it'll tell you what's changed.
Wow.
Anything changes, it says, "Whoa, stop. That's moving.
Okay.
Get out the way." Not surprisingly, to help with collapse of open cast mines and things. So that's quite interesting. Just now I've seen a product which looks a bit like a Matterport product. Does everything that Matterport product does, but has got sort of an interchangeable puck. So it's got a Livox puck on it for just general slam.
Yeah.
But it's also got the ability to drop a Hasai puck on it for larger area. And you go, okay, well that's quite clever, because then you've got 2 pucks, you can get it to do something else. But the really interesting thing, not here, but very, very soon coming, you're going to be able to take out the bigger puck, the larger building puck, and put a structured light scanner on it.
Okay.
So then it becomes a metrology device for going down to microns. And the problem with metrology devices is generally they rely on tracking of little circles on the things to keep themselves together, which is fine, unless you're putting them on precious, priceless piece of artwork. So that's not cool. But because it's got the puck on it, it allows it to hold its position a little bit more. So yeah, that's really quite interesting.
Okay. And in the world of LiDAR, just classic LiDAR, is anything coming out? Is it evolving?
There's an enormous amount of SLAM scanners now.
There are, yeah. I've seen like maybe 20, 30 companies, mainly Chinese, with the handheld SLAM scanners.
And I'd sort of challenge myself to go and I try not to walk past. Try not to walk past them and go, it's another scanner. I go and talk to them, find out. But there are some really amazing things. I went over to a system the other day. I can't even remember the name of the system because there's so many. But what they'd done is they'd improved the SLAM algorithm for the Livox sensor. He said, look, watch this. So we got the sensor up, it'd give you a live view of the data that was being captured. And normally people just walk around a booth and go, oh look, it's captured in live, that. It did exactly that, but he was doing this with the scanner. And I'm like, why is that even working? So the tracking and the ability to keep its position was absolutely incredible. And then walking along a bit and you're just putting your hand over, the Livox sensor's got a sort of quite a limited field of view anyway, but blocking out a large portion of that view and still maintaining tracking, that's quite impressive. And then they've got a solid state LiDAR device as well, which is just like a fixed block with a camera in.
All right.
But the interesting thing is, again, built into a handheld thing, so you walk along, the point cloud looked okay. But that block with the camera and the solid state LiDAR and an IMU in it, it's like $1,000.
Okay.
And I said, right, that's quite a disruptively priced piece of equipment. He said, yeah. It's to really bring LiDAR to everyone. It's almost cheaper than an iPhone's LiDAR.
Right.
But why shouldn't everyone be able to play, right? That's quite interesting.
What do you see happening with the price point being reduced so dramatically? Do you see any interesting use cases that might come out of that weren't necessarily accessible to people before?
Well, the market that sort of needs to adopt this and get up to speed, for me, is the facilities management operational market. But, I've seen so many, I was a building engineer by background, and you used to have a building capital project allowed. Right, let's build this building, we've got 60 million quid. What are we allowed for the operational cost?
Nothing. Okay. Right. Okay. So, and then so you go, well, we're still going to operate it. So, but buildings are operated on a shoestring. So the idea that you might use some technology or buy some technology to help people operate there's barely a budget to operate the building. So buying technology. So what this might do is make the price. It might allow those industries to start using this tech, and then go, oh my God, we could do a load more than this, and then make the business case for making getting into a more advanced versions of it. So I think that's quite interesting. And there's also the consumer. I mean, Apple have got a lot to answer for really, because they give people these things and allow them to do like the polycam type captures, and you suddenly go, well, I can do this with my phone in my house. Why can't I do this in an office?
Yeah.
Why can't I do this in my building? Why can't I do this in my whole estate? Why can't I do this in the whole of my hospital?
Right.
So it sort of starts that thinking. And so perhaps this is the next step. It's not such a big step. You don't have to go £1,000 iPhone to a £45,000 SLAM scanner.
Right.
Perhaps you jump into a £5,000 device or a £10,000 device.
Yeah, it's good to see that there are some devices in between the iPhone and some
Yeah,
that cost tens of thousands.
And they're all good, and while they keep the sort of people with the higher end market stuff on their toes, doesn't really replace them. And it's like a lot of this stuff. I think the more you get into it, the more you start to appreciate that there's a difference. There's better that can be had. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, our neighbors are flying their drone again, so maybe it's time to wrap this
How
up.
inconsiderate. We're talking here. So.
Okay.
A pleasure.
It's great to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, will do.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks. Hi, we are here at INTERGEO 2025. I'm here with Martin Čepak from Avag.
Hi, Jeffrey.
How's it going?
That's fine, thank you.
You are one of our customers in the Czech Republic, so it would be great to hear. Tell us about Avag.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
So Avag is cloud platform that started as the photogrammetry processing platform. It still is to process the drone data, but we also implemented now the new function 360 tour. And we are now using your camera with this function, so you can then upload the photos with the trajectory and just to go on and work as together with the drone data to combine it with the 360 tour.
Okay. So I know that you guys started with drone data, but you've recently acquired a Mosaic system for ground level data as well. Can you tell me how that works and what you're doing with it?
It's amazing. So we chose Mosaic. We are now using Mosaic X. It's a great camera because we compared it with other cameras, and this is the best solution for us. We are collecting the data especially for Czech railways and highways, and they are quite demanding also on the quality of the data, quality of the pictures. And with Mosaic there were no trouble with them. So we are then according all demands they have, we always fulfill it, and now our business is growing up with this. We now had in last month, I think, 5 new collections with Mosaic. And it's amazing because now it's really running smoothly, and there is no problem to go with, especially Czech railways, because they are really like a little bit troublemakers.
Okay, so you've been using the device both on highways and on a railroad.
Yeah. One of the advantages is that you can also use it in quite high speed. Not everyone can do it. Also with this mechanical shutter and the quality of the photos, it's the easiest way how to go on.
Okay.
So railways, it's now also quite funny because you have your private train, you will just mount the camera with your mount, no problem also, and then to go with your private train through this quite nice Czech nature.
And with the highway captures, with the global shutter, you've been going at a pretty high speed, but still getting sharp images.
It was like now also quite demanding to set up the good speed. With Mosaic, there's no trouble on highway, especially to go quite fast, still not blocking the traffic and collect the data that are required because they need to really see the details. Every screw, everything has to be seen just to see the status of the highway, to see that everything is okay, and check it every 6 months. You have to go again and check the quality of the ball.
Okay, so on the highway, you're, for example, inspecting the guardrail along the side of the highway, but you're still able to go like at highway speed without shutting down the highway and disrupting traffic.
That's it, there is no problem with the speed, so we are not blocking the traffic. We don't have to stop the traffic to collect the data and just go fluently and collect also the quality we need.
Nice. And with your platform, Is there anything new and interesting that you've built in the past year?
One of these things is this 360 tour.
Yeah.
Then we can combine also to collect the data. Now it's set it up right on your system, but not only for this. But this is one of the new functions. The second one will be more usage of the LiDAR data, and again to combine everything together. So already now you can upload a 360 photo and then to synchronize it with the point cloud. So if you are moving in point cloud, the same movement you can see in the 360 photo.
Great. Okay. And INTERGEO here in 2025. Are you enjoying it? You're here all week and seeing all the new technologies?
It's not all week for us, but still we are enjoying it, and it's a little bit better than last year. We can see quite a lot of new technologies that are then growing up, and also the bigger usage also of 360 cameras, because the combination is now really required to get the data from all possible sources. So it's the LiDAR, it's the drone, or photogrammetry, and it's also the panoramic screening.
Okay, and it's getting easier to combine these types of data?
Yeah. By us for sure.
Yeah.
At ABAC. Yeah.
Great. Okay, well, thanks a lot for stopping by our booth.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
And see you also.
All right.
Thank you very much. Bye.
We're here at INTERGEO 2025. I'm here with Ari Immonen
Hello.
from Autori. Hi.
Hi,
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
So tell us about Autori. What do you guys do?
What we are doing is providing work management solution for contracting companies, road authorities, consulting companies who are taking care of our roads and streets every day.
Okay.
And photographing and images are more and more important nowadays. It's a totally new kind of documentation method to actually prove what you have done or what is the condition of streets and roads. So it's complementing this kind of traditional kind of work management solution. So we are talking about image-driven, evidence-based working processes, what we are offering nowadays for customers.
Great. Okay. So in practical terms, someone can take one of our cameras, they mount it on top of their car, and they can drive around. Where does your software come into play?
Basically, you can put your raw data into Autori Vista. We do all the processing, stitching, everything. Put that into Autori Vista imaging management platform. You can view with those ones. You can do the search based on your data, what you are having, and all that imaging data is related to your activities on roads. Activities about the assets, activities about the defects or whatever. So that way we are synchronizing all the data and image together. And your camera is actually, frankly speaking, best in that purpose.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. It's the robust, it's meant for the outdoor use. Our customers are not working inside, they are working outdoor every day, every hour. Your camera is actually fixing that problem rather than somebody else.
Nice, okay. You've been to INTERGEO for quite a number of years.
I actually missed quite few years right now, but wait a minute. I was here about 4 years ago.
Okay.
But the timing has not been so good for me because of my own business activities. But finally, I ended up to here.
Okay. How have things changed in the recent years?
The location, accurate location, is actually quite big topic here. Of course, the LiDAR, point cloud, Gaussian splattering, that kind of things, augmented reality, they are coming, and I know there are some needs for those kind of things. In my work, we are more rely on the images, not this kind of 3D mapping kind of things. Images are very flexible, very easy to handle.
Right.
And combine with different kind of things. So that's the beauty of the image.
Okay. What are some of the challenges you're seeing these days? I remember you were making a comment about GPS jamming. Is this becoming a problem in certain places?
In certain places, on particularly on eastern part of the Europe. So that need to be taken care of when you are doing the mapping nowadays.
Okay.
So you always try to actually do the checking of your data as soon as possible, not in a way that you are collecting, then bring the data into your office, and after 1 week you notice that, okay, this was not going well, and then you are going back to road. So basically this working process need to be as real time as possible. So in a way that even during the same day you might try to do the redriving, or at least next day.
Okay. Anything else interesting that people at home who can't come here should be aware of that's new or interesting?
Not actually, not that kind of big thing what would actually need to remind for the people. But yeah, the technology is progressing very nicely.
Yeah.
Different kind of solution, different kind of ideas, different kind of use cases. That's the beauty of this event.
Yeah. Great. Well, it's always good to talk to you and see you. We've got some nice customers in common. I think we had one customer who was mapping, was it Finland?
Yeah.
I think recently they were happy with both solutions. So
Yeah, and camera was working nicely.
Great. All right. Thanks a lot, Ari.
Thanks.